He's been in my life for maybe 4 decades, so to speak. Again, not dating how old we are, but I've gone from being a son to a nephew to a cousin to a brother, and we've grown over the years immensely, and I'm sure the coaches on the staff can say the same thing. There's not one person on this staff that he hasn't touched in some kind of way personally and in their personal lives as well as coaching lives. So for us as a coaching staff, he will sorely be missed because when Bruce walks in the room, there's a big presence when he walks in the room. The only thing we have in common probably is our bald heads at this point, but he smokes, I don't. He drinks, I don't. So we got along well because we never got in each other's way. So from that category, but speaking to me personally, from a man to a point, he will probably be, not probably, definitely is the most influential coaching figure, father figure, that I have ever had in my life in this league, so as long as I shall live or continue to be in this league. And I just want to thank him personally before I go on, just face to face, so the whole world knows what he's meant to me, what he means to our coaching staff, what he means as a family man, what he means as just hearing advice from us, taking advice from us, cracking a whip, understanding who's in the building, being comfortable in his skin, making everyone else feel comfortable in their skin, and allowing us to coach football. You don't get that everywhere, okay? You don't get that everywhere. He teaches, he takes advice, he understands, and that's what you need to be a good leader. And I will try to do that going forward. We have plenty of guys on this staff, coaching-wise, that are great leaders, great men, great individuals, and fun to be around. We're not changing the program. We're trying to add on, because when you don't win a Super Bowl, despite the record, we're good enough, but not great. And we got to tweak some things and do better as ourselves, as coaches, which we'll go on to do, as well as try to teach that to the players so we can go on to do that. But as a man today, from the coaching staff and myself, we send our respect out to Coach Arians. Now, I have a lot of people that I like to thank. I can only name a few, first starting with my family. My oldest son couldn't be here, he's in college, but my wife, Tanika, who takes care of everything and everybody at all times and is the head of the household, despite I think I'm head of the household. And Troy and Tyson, I can't say enough about. It's a joy to go home and enjoy coming home from work when I do have to come home. I'd like to thank the Glazer family for giving me this opportunity, getting to know Ed, Brian, Darcy, Joel, the entire Glazer family over the past 3 years have been a straight joy for me. Nothing but a class act. Great people, not just great owners, great people individually, and they're all different in their own right, and they're all very respectful. I have a great deal of respect for. They understand the game, they understand the business, and they're very easy to talk to, so I look forward to continuing that relationship. I would like to thank the Glazer family for giving me that opportunity. Like Jason said, we've known each other since Arizona. We have a great working relationship and personal relationship, as well as a lot of other guys on the scouting staff side and the personnel side, Bill and Spytech, to name a few, obviously, but I look forward to that. I may not be the coolest guy he'll ever meet, but I'm pretty damn chill myself. So. But, I'll take that, and Bruce will always be the coolest, so I'll go over to the chill category, and I'll try to start something there. But, it's a great opportunity today. Bittersweet, but sweet. He's happy, he's healthy, I'm happy, he's healthy, we're happy, he's healthy. And we're going to try to continue on and do a lot of things that we've done. For me, myself, the defensive side of the ball knows me pretty good. I'm pretty sarcastic, as despite you guys thinking I'm very quiet, I'm probably the most talking and shit guy on the field at practice time. So, that'll come out pretty soon. The offensive guys know me. They'll get to know me a little bit more from that aspect. I think we got a great group, core group to carry on. We have an offense, we have a defense, we have to coach it better, we have to play it better. I'll say that every time we lose a ball game. So, and that's a fact because we're in this thing together. We're in this thing together, we're gonna ride this wave. I look forward to getting to call the teammates, especially on offense. I will call each and every individual, whether they answer or not, we'll see. But we gotta get this thing going, and we wanna get back on track, and you should have a sour taste in your mouth after last year. I know I still do. and that's all the time when you don't win the big one. That's common knowledge and common sense. So we're going to get this train moving the right way. I'm excited for this opportunity. When Bruce and the Glazers turned this over to me, Bruce being the head man and allowing the Glazers, it wasn't just Bruce, it was the Glazer family that had to turn it over to me as well, because they run this building. Jason had to turn it over to me, and a lot of people had to be in agreement for this to happen. This is not a one-man show. So from ownership, general managers, head coaches on down to make this decision, I feel very humbled. I feel very honored. I feel very excited. I'm ready to go, and we'll try and get this thing rolling.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to go ahead and open it up to a question and answer session here now. If you can please, again, raise your hand, and a microphone will be extended.
Hey, Todd. Just wondering what the biggest learning lesson was after your experience in New York and what you're bringing here to the Bucs.
I think when you take a head job, you know you have to wear a lot of hats, but you don't ever experience wearing those hats. And when you understand that going in without the experience, I think you tend to do things a little differently. And you have to be man enough to know when you can change things. Usually when people get fired, they blame everybody else. The first thing I did was look within myself. And there were a lot of things I can do better that Bruce gave me warning signs for when I left Arizona, that I saw in New York firsthand. And a lot of things transpired to run a building and putting the right hat on at the right time and understanding the right people at the right time. Instead of lumping everything in one whole lump and dealing with it that way, you have to treat it individually, and you can't sweat the small stuff, and you got to move on from there. And I think that experience has helped me become and stand right where I am today and be a better coach going forward.
Hey, Todd. Greg Allman over here. Congratulations. When Bruce stood there 3 years ago, he talked about how comfortable he was because of the coaching staff he was able to bring here to Tampa. You've worked with just about everybody on this staff for 3 years, which is more than most new head coaches can say. I just want to ask you about the confidence and the comfort that you have from that, and how you'll handle splitting up the defensive duties now as well.
Well, the comfort level is outstanding. I've worked with most of these guys for more than 3 years. We were together in either Arizona, New York, or somewhere else. So the comfort level, Byron, Goody, Casey, Foote, Ross, Rapone, Gilbert, McNair, everybody is very comfortable from that standpoint. We all know each other. We all get along. We all are our own individual leaders, but come together collectively as coaches to make us a better team, and that's what we're going to continue to do. It's not about who's the smartest. It's about us coming to an agreement and being right and being on the same page when we play, regardless of what side of the ball it's on. And Bruce has taught us that, and we're going to carry that on. As far as defensive duties, there'll be co-DCs with Casey Rogers and Larry Foote to carry on. I will still call it this year, but they will run a lot of the defense going forward.
Todd, congratulations.
Thank you.
Todd, starting today, you're the public face of a franchise that kind of is in the forefront of NFL diversity. How much does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, being a person of color, you want to get hired off of your ability, you know, but as a kid, to see some people like us in these places and in these jobs, it gives hope to a lot of people. You don't coach for that reason, but being a kid growing up and going around neighborhoods and speaking to people, you understand the impact that it has on their lives, and we just try to be the best coaches we can be going forward. And you got to credit Bruce to giving everyone a chance, and everyone on this staff understands the difference in diversity and how to be a good coach, but you better be a good coach first, and I think he did a good job creating both and getting both in this building, so it means a lot to me.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.